Hello, my dear children. How are you all? This is Dr. Venkat, and I have been so looking forward to interacting with all of you. You know what? I really wanted to come and see you all in the school, but unfortunately, I'm unable to. And so I thought it would be very interesting for me to send a video for all of you. Yeah, and first of all, I told you I'm Dr. Venkat. It doesn't mean that I'm a medical doctor. I am a researcher. I am an engineering researcher. I work at the University of West of England as a lecturer. So what does that really mean? What do I really do? So I conduct research looking at how can we design and manufacture different products in a very sustainable manner. And in my research, I also look at creating new research policies for higher education. And I also work on encouraging more female students in science-based subjects. I also teach students like you, but they are a bit older than you. Currently, you are in school, but after you finish your school, you join a university. That is where I'm teaching. Hopefully, even some of you, when you come over to the university, will be able to meet each other. Remember me. As a researcher and lecturer, I'll have to come up with some new ideas and creative thoughts. And not only coming up with such thoughts, but I'll also have to put it in such a way that it is easy to understand and clear for people. And in order to do that, I have to communicate these ideas to both my colleagues and to students. So how do I do that? I can draw, I can write essays about it, I can do a PowerPoint presentation, I can make videos just like this, and I can also discuss in teams as a group work. So these are the different ways in which I communicate the new ideas that come to my mind with the peers. So writing it very clearly and grammatically correct is something very important in terms of what I do. And mathematics is an essential element of engineering and of research. As engineers, we design, we create, we manufacture different products and processes, and also we are involved in recycling of all the products. So if you look at any product, if you look at a phone that you have, the projector in your classroom, the desk, the pencil case that you have, your bag, all these are products that have been engineered by people like me and my colleagues who you will be seeing very shortly. Some of you might be wondering, what is sustainability and why is it important? You know what? You should write this down and ask your teachers about it. They will be able to explain it very clearly to you. Will you ask your teachers? And let me know what your teachers say. Is that okay? My dear people, more than me just talking about engineering and how literacy and numeracy is useful in engineering, come with me. We'll go and talk to some of my colleagues and some engineering students and get their opinion. What do you say? Yeah? Let's go. Let us sneak up and see what one of my colleagues is doing here. Hello, Dr. Apolline.
Hello, Venkat. Hello. So my name is Dr. Apolline Tundi, and I'm a senior lecturer in mechatronics at the University of the West of England. I am also a researcher in the Bristol Robotics Laboratory, where my research is really on prosthetics and rehabilitative devices for helping people who do not have what we have, as in the luxury to walk. So I'm helping them to be able to walk again.
Apolline, so what are you looking at in your screens. There are
Yes.
3 of them.
Yeah, three of them I know. Yeah, there's one where I have my emails where I'm using that to send information to people. So how can we, obviously here communicate via the way we write and the way we type things. On that screen, I'm actually writing an actual essay, which you may see that as an essay on how we can use engineering to make things better. Now, on that screen here, that's the one where I'm actually writing an article about some research that I've been undertaking last year. And it's all about developing systems that will help that individual. I don't know whether you can see it, but he has only one leg. The other leg that he's got is an actual prosthetics. So we did some experiments on him when he was wearing some, I would say, devices that allow us now to know exactly the way he walks. And then by knowing the way he walks, we can now develop systems that would be able to improve the way he can either run, jog, or do some stairs climbing. So yeah, very important to know how to write, how to communicate information, how to convey ideas, because that's simply the way we interact with the world we have around us. So yeah.
Oh, let us leave our Dr. Apolline to his busy work. Thanks a lot, Apolline.
Thank you all. All the best to you.
Hi, I'm Myron. I'm a third year mechanical engineering student currently doing my report write-up. Hi, my name's Ida and I'm also a third year mechanical engineering student. Ida, where do you use literacy in our studies? I use literacy a lot when doing my report writings based on the experiments that I'm doing, and I also use it to communicate with my lecturers and my colleagues. For numeracy, I find numeracy helps me a lot when I'm looking at the results from my report and from my experiments. Using some of the basic skills really helps understand what happened when I look at my results.
Something about it, yeah.
In terms of numeracy, having the advanced skills really helps in this degree, but even the basics like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division can't be overlooked and come in very useful when I'm trying to look at my results. Literacy and numeracy are both very important skills used throughout life and cannot be ignored just because you're doing a harder subject later on. You need to still have the basics down because they are incredibly useful to you.
Our children, look at that. Here is an engineering student working on something very interesting. Let's ask him, shall we? Hello, my dear fellow. What's your name?
My name's Ben Smith. I'm a part-time student at UWE.
Fantastic. Can you please let us know about what you're doing here?
Sure, I can. So, guys, these are heat exchangers that I've designed. What they do is they take energy from hot water and transfer it into cold water. So I've designed 3 heat exchangers, and I'm testing them here on a rig that I can read the temperatures from, and I'm also looking at thermal imaging to understand how the heat is being transferred from the hot to the cold and making sure I can do it as effectively as possible. You can see heat exchangers everywhere around you. So powerful gaming computers have heat exchangers. Your cars have heat exchangers, and that's how hot air blowers work in your parents' cars. And household boilers also have heat exchangers. So you probably couldn't go an hour in real life without seeing something with a heat exchanger in it. So they're very, very important, and understanding them is key to many aspects of engineering.
Wow, children, look at that. There are 3 engineering students here doing some work on what looks to be a really interesting machine. Shall we ask them? Hello, can you introduce yourself and tell us what you're doing?
Hello, I'm Molly. Hello, I'm Dilly. Hi, I'm Becca. And we're working on a lathe. Yeah, so at the moment I've taken a part for one Formula student car. A little racing car. Basically what a lathe does is it trims bits of metal off so we can get it down to the correct size.
There's a lot of work going around. People drilling holes in mills.
I mean, engineering's literally all around us. Like, a door requires engineering. There's civil engineering, so that's bridges and roads. Like, anything that has to be made requires engineering.
Hello. You want to know about the numeracy and literacy? Now, everything works based on numbers, and I need to be able to tell about these things to somebody. So if I don't have a good communication skill, if my literacy is not good, how am I going to explain these things to other people? How am I going to do the calculations? It will be numbers, adding, multiplication, all those little things are used here. And it's not just engineering. Even for medicine, doctors need to know how many tablets to give to the patient. You need to know the numbers, the divisions. Everywhere it's mathematics, everywhere it's numeracy, everywhere it's literacy. People have to talk to other people. Yeah. So make sure you learn your numbers, you learn to communicate clearly, you learn your English, learn science subject, and you will be successful. Thank you.
Here is a student writing something. Hello, what are you writing?
I'm writing some mathematics.
Oh, mathematics.
Yes.
Can I see?
Yes, this is a lot of mathematics.
Wow, there are so many numbers and letters. That is very interesting. Can you please let us know a bit more?
Mathematics is so useful for engineering. And first of all, you should know me. My name is Giovanni Ricardo. I'm from UWE Bristol. I do in automotive engineering. So what is engineering? Engineering is helping people or build something to make a sustainable earth. And then, first of all, we need mathematics. Why we need mathematics? Because mathematics is a language for engineering. That's why mathematics is important now, and you learn numeracy from childhood.
Numeracy, obviously, being an engineer, you need to be able to understand maths. Maths is the language of physics, so you need to be able to understand that language and to learn that language in order to solve problems. And obviously, there's a lot of problems we need to solve now in terms of climate change, and so you need to understand that language. And some people think that perhaps literacy isn't as important as numeracy for being an engineer. But of course it is. How are you going to communicate your ideas? How are you going to talk to investors? How are you going to read and research your ideas? So literacy is just as important.
Let's go back to assembling something. That we know how many items that we're going to need to put into the box when we make our item that we're going to be sending out to someone to assemble. Is that okay?
Let us see what this student is working on. Hello.
Hiya, I'm Joe. I'm currently working on some calculations and a presentation to give to all my fellow students here. I'm currently working on a topic within my course at the moment, and it's essential. I'm doing this because it's essential to communicate as engineers on this course, and by doing this we can develop our reading and writing skills, and this is very important, especially throughout your guys' life, as well as speaking and being grammatically correct. So once I've completed this, I'm going to be standing up and speaking to my fellow students and communicating what I've learned with them, so they can do the same.
It seems you are doing something very important. So, children, let us leave him to his work. Let us go have a look what these students are doing. They all seem to be discussing something. Hello, guys.
Hello.
What are you guys doing? Engineering. Wow.
Fluid dynamics.
Fluid dynamics. That sounds very interesting. What are you guys working on and discussing with each other?
We're just working through some questions on our fluid dynamics, and we're just trying to find out the answers and then discuss how we got.
How much do you guys discuss with each other? Is discussion a really important part of engineering, or how is that?
Discussion is quite important because then we can sort of convey our thoughts and with everyone, and eventually come to a conclusion of what is the best solution of everything to do.
That is very interesting to see. How important is clear communication in engineering?
Well, yeah, because you need to have clear communication, because if there is miscommunication, then that could mean complete mess up of a design, which could lead to real life errors in the future.
Wow. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot. Let's leave them to work. My dear people. So, now you just saw what few of the engineering students are doing, and also you had some message from the engineering academics. So, what did you think? What did you think of what we have been speaking about? Especially with the engineering staff members and also the students. I'm really looking forward to hearing from you all, and hopefully I'll be able to meet you all fairly soon. Take care. Bye.